Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jumbo Rancher and today we are doing a Pokemon Red solo run using Clefable as our starter. This challenge was given by JRose11 to his viewers on a somewhat recent video and I thought I would take a crack at it. One of the big things I had to do was figure out how to record the game first and then um, figure out what codes and everything else I had to use to even get Clefable as my starter. Starting out, we have two attacking moves, Double Slap and Metronome, and Sing and Minimize. Now here, I'm running on 4 times speed, and you can see I'm missing some of the platforms and exits and having issues jumping off everything. Let's see, let's get into Rival 1 here quick. So, let's see. We've leveled up a little bit. Tried Sing the Pidgey, obviously missed. So I just resort to double slapping it. I'm trying to avoid using metronome as much as possible, as I don't want to get self-destruct or explode or anything fun like that. And this battle really comes down to the wire. Oh, oh, come on, get him, get him. Yeah, some really lucky misses with Bulbasaur there. Some unlucky misses with me. Now here we're gonna see some like the fun-ish of metronome, I believe, where oh no, I ran out of double slaps, and so I'm like, I got really nervous, but I got really lucky getting egg bomb there. Um, but missing a lot of attacks and getting some, I would say, useless ones. So we're gonna go all the way to Brock. Now this is the first gym trainer, and with the Fable being a normal type, having normal type attacks, I ain't making any damage against some of these Pokemon. And like, look at how close. Like, this made me super nervous. Got an egg bomb there. Great. I go back and heal. Now on to Brock. Okay, what do I hit you with? So, I forgot about that Brock has like 1 million full heals. So putting the Geodude to sleep was kind of a time loss. So go to minimize. I'm not getting any really good stats with this other than trying to evade, which I've never really used minimize or double team in a battle before. Um, then I start slapping the rock. Hopefully, I can get a crit here and there. But then I just switch to metronome. Hopefully, I can get some really good stuff. Low kick, super effective move. Use barely used to slam, used to stream eater. Thank God for the karate chop. A critical hit. The Leech Seed probably is the reason why the Geodude even went down. So switch back to double slaps to save my metronome PP. Um, really staying healed with the Leech Seed and all that. Now, hopefully, when Zonix comes out, is when I get really nervous about the whole challenge. Because obviously, I have really no way of doing anything meaningful unless it's using metronome. And I even think I went all the way into struggle territory, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. Bide, not necessarily scary. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm just spamming these status conditions, trying to get into struggle range before Onyx takes me down. Yeah, and again, the sleep from Sing does absolutely nothing, because Brock has all those full heals that I forgot about early on in the battle. biggest thing I'm afraid of here is losing all of my health using struggle. Oof. Like, because the bide coming from Onyx is also hurting a lot. But we beat Brock first try. And I go Keel, go through Mount Moon and all that, and let's just skip to Misty. So, Misty again, I'm still relying on Double Slap and Metronome. I don't remember if we get badge boost from Brock's gym badge, but that wasn't really on my mind here, so I just start using Minimize just so Staryu would hit me less. And got some really good luck with the double slaps getting big numbers. Well, that was a low number there. Ooh, and that miss. Playing it way too close to the edge here. But we go into Rival 2. I don't really think about what starter to give him too much, so I just decided to give him Bulbasaur. Pidgeotto to sleep, double slap it a whole lot of times. Abra comes out, not an issue, got the critical hit. Rattata, not an issue at all. Bulbasaur getting some really good damage, and I guess the level gap doesn't help or doesn't hurt too much. And now we get to where I was like, oh, some of these Pokemon struggles really doing a whole lot of damage to because I'm such a higher heart level. So I go through. I messed up that trainer because I was trying to get the item, which I believe is TM19, which I don't remember if Clefable can even use it anyway. And I'm about to run into an issue right here, where if I had used a second potion, I probably would have been fine. However, she had way too many Pokemon, and I did not have enough health. Especially with that quick attack and the recoil. So I killed the Oddish, and like it doesn't even register with me at first. And then I go and try to heal the Clefable, and I was like, oh crap. So I reset. There it goes. Get the lovely loading screen. And of course I didn't save after Missy. And so we're going through the gym again, and here we go. Missy I think was easier this time. And I realize now I didn't really keep track of the times, in-game times, when I beat the gym leaders. Otherwise I would have put them on the side of the screen, but it'll be okay. Yeah, no, this fight went a lot faster. Some better double slap RNG. Here you can see that I replaced Sing with Bubble Beam. Because if you don't know the area above Nugget Bridge, you got some hikers with rock types that I didn't show, but I did run into. And so, instead of wasting metronomes and double slaps on those, just in case I actually run into them, using Bubble Beam was the play. Smell you later. And I actually got this guy properly this time, so I can get the item behind him. Again, TM19. I don't even know if, let me look real quick. I don't even know if Clefable can even learn TM19 at this point, or in this generation anyway. And I battle the person the last I lost to, just to show my better strategy. Ooh, we're in Rival 3 now. Nothing much really happens with Rival 3. I think I get some crit double slaps. There's the Eradicate we won't ever see again. Is it because we killed it? Who knows? I don't know any other reason why Blue was in the... Oh, my bad, not Blue. His name's Loser. I don't know any other reason why Loser was in the Lavender Tower. Okay, let's see. Oh, Seismic Toss. I didn't... Foreshadowing, I didn't... Spoiler, actually, not foreshadowing. I didn't use Seismic Toss at all. No, might have been useful later in the game, but I just had better moves for Clefable. Now here, I probably shouldn't have shown the whole entire thing, but I struggled with the gym puzzle. I definitely wasted too much time here, and I ended up like battling all of his trainers at some point. Yeah, no, I just struggled. And I realized I should have just saved after finding the first switch and then reloading if the second trash can looked in didn't have a switch. But, you know, this is... Future Jumbo Rancher knows more than past Jumbo Rancher right now. We're going and going and going. Then I talked to NPCs because I kind of forgot about that they would be right next to each other. And then I just reset after doing it for a lot longer than what's in the video. Now, unfortunately, I'm back in Cerulean City. So I'll see y'all back at Rival 3. Yep, really making use of the minimize just so it's harder for his Pokemon to hit me. I really like the sprites of some of the Pokemon in like the early gens. Like that's a really cool Ivysaur sprite. I'm pretty sure a lot of other sprites just leave it on its all four legs instead of on its hind legs. And we're back to the gym puzzle. This time I will be making use of saving the game. So I save it. And nope. Reset. And actually run into him becomes I'm going way too fast. Beat him. And I think actually run into the guy on the edge before I actually go and battle Lieutenant Surge. Or is it just Private Surge? Actually, JRose, I think he's a Water Boy Surge now. Not even fit for the army. So again, I'm just going up the double slaps. Really not trying to get... Ooh, lucky critical hit. Not really trying to get bad luck with Metronome. And I forget what I'm doing here where I'm just holding there. Am I smart? Am I gonna... What am I doing? I finally teach Body Slam because I was like, where is Body Slam? Did I forget it? that's what I was doing. And so, time to go on to Rock Tunnel. And I really took my time with Rock Tunnel because I don't necessarily play Gen 1 a lot. And so I don't know Rock Tunnel's layout. So I ended up slowing down the game at different points so I could follow a map on the other side of my screen. But most of the trainers in here we don't need to talk about. They're not important. Everybody just wants to see Whitgag. Oh look, it's Whitgag. But of course, because we have Bubble Beam, he's not doing much to me, if at all. But I know if I didn't add him, people would be looking for him. Now this is one where afterwards I was like, why did I do this? I went and got the Eevee from the Celadon Mansion. I don't even know why I did it. I think my thought was, oh, I need a Pokemon that can surf. And look, I bought a Water Stone too. And I'm getting trapped on the customers. And I don't even get the fresh water for the Saffron Guards. Or even, was it the Ice Beam TM or the Blizzard TM at the top? Anyway. Of course, I know that I could always just go fight Lapras. Or not fight Lapras. Go get the Lapras from the Silph-Go. And we're at the Erica fight. And Erica's like an easy gym leader, right, JRose? She's easy. I don't need to worry about this. Body Slam. Oh, I'm running out of Body Slam PP, it looks like. Oh, that's my last Body Slam. Uh-oh. I got a Bubble Beam, but Grass is weak to Bubble Beam, and everything goes downhill from here. Evolve hits a Sleep Powder, and from there it's over. Sleep Powder into Petal Dance, it crits me. I don't think the crit mattered, but it definitely hurt a lot. And I ended up going all the way back, doing all that shopping. So here we are, back to Erica. Round 2. More Body Slams this time. Ooh, I think that crit mattered. You know, oh, gotta always play around the critical hit, in the words of Dr. Flygon HG. Anyway, we're blowing this popsicle stand, going somewhere else now. As soon as I can figure out the menus and use Paris to cut instead of actually, opening my menu. And all I was doing there was healing Pokemon and emptying my inventory into the PC and all that. Okay, and we're at the Rocket Game corner. I looked up some maps on this to try to make my way around easier, but we're just gonna go fight Giovanni, number 1. Of course, Giovanni 1 is a pushover. Well, I have a water move, so all of his fights are gonna be kind of easy. But 1 shot, Bubble Beam, 2 shot. Why did I not do Bubble Beam? Well, I guess Kangaskhan is normal, not ground. But yeah, Giovanni 1 easy. And at Rival 4, it's like, your Pokemon aren't dead, but I can make them faint. Which implies that he's here because of a dead Pokemon. Maybe it's Raticate. And just because of the level gap and everything else, like, his team doesn't really stand a chance at this stage. Okay, on to Fuchsia City. And I really love in Gen 1, I think it's in Gen 2 as well where you can kind of see it. But you can kind of see the outline of the maze. Playing the Leaf Green on Switch 2, not being able to see the maze made this take a lot longer. But I don't have to worry about that here. Okay, Koga. And here you can see in my editing is where I kind of first mentioned a badge boost. I hit minimize because I'm kind of they're kind of closer level to me. Um, and I think this is the only time I really thought about the badge boost feature. Uh, just to boost my stats so I don't have to get wheezing blowing up on me. But we first try Koga. And I failed at using dig properly to get out of the gym. Just got to walk out. Okay, and I did the Safari Zone and all that. Showing some random battles here, not for really any particular reason. I do think Birdkeeper Toby every time I see Birdkeeper Pokemon trainers, even though he's a lore Keeper Toby now. Some good vids from that guy. Now, after this guy fight is I'm probably gonna do the most important thing I do all game, and it's I actually stop and save the game. Which, thank goodness for that, because I'm about to run into some issues. So I'm on my way to Saffron. I'm like, oh, I don't have the water. Let me go. And I'm getting turned around. I don't even know why I'm going back to the Pokemon Center. So I leave Pokemon Center. Oh, get lost a little bit. Go to the elevator. Get my fresh water. At least I know it's at the very top of the building. And I think I actually give fresh water to the little girl off to the left there so I can get Ice Beam. Anyway, we're about to go to Saffron. Oh, and we get Fly first. Anyway, Rival Fivel. Love Rival Fivel. And we can see I've used a Thunderbolt TM. I don't remember when I used that, but takes melts his Pidgeotto, melts his Gyarados, Body Beam melts his Alakazam. I debated using Fire Blast when I got that from Blaine to take care of the Venusaur, but we'll see later. Smell you later. And we get Lapras, which makes the Vaporeon redundant because Lapras can use both Surf and Strength. Which I'm kind of surprised there's not really that many HMs needed. Cut, Surf, and Strength are like the only ones. I really don't use Fly that often. I think the most I did was going from Blaine, flying back to Pallet Town. Alright, Giovanni 2. Push over again. Rhyhorn gets bubble beamed. Nidoqueen bubble beamed. Which I think one of the big issues I had is that when you fight Giovanni in his Viridian Gym challenge, he doesn't use a Rhydon. I don't think any gym trainer uses a Rhydon. Really anybody. Anyway, let's go to Saffron and... Oh, proper use of Dig. And I go and get Mimic after I dump out... Actually, after I waste a protein accidentally because I just used Paris and then I was paying attention. I was spamming the select key and A, but I get the Carbos and use it on Clefable just to empty my inventory so I could get Mimic. And probably one of my least favorite gym puzzles of all time. I should have looked up a map for this, but I ended up not. Ended up wasting time. get, I believe it's this trainer here. Nope. Next one then. So, biggest issue is I almost forgot that ghost types can't get hit by normal types. I don't know why. My brain was just braining and doing body slam out of habit. But I had some really bad luck and I died to a random gym trainer. And when I load back my save, I'm all the way back to outside of Fuchsia. And so I remember I just stopped recording for that day right there. Anyway, back to Rival 5. We'll show his fight again. Thunderbolts, easy. Easy. Bubble Beam Growlithe. I do like that Venusaur sprite. Looks like it's smiling. It doesn't look as goofy as some of the 3D models that we have. And we're back to Giovanni 2, round 2. And he kind of just gets mopped with the floor. We wipe the floor with him. And this time I'm saving the game and going through. If I run into a trainer, I cut it out. And so we're fighting Sabrina for the first time. One shot. One shot. One shot. And one shot. Which at this point in the game, because Clefable is leveled pretty quickly. I don't know what level up group it's in, but I'm kind of steamrolling through everything. So I don't know why I switched to talking to every single trainer and then just cutting it out and go to the next one. But Blaine, we got Bubble Beam, so he's really not going to be too much challenge. Bubble Beam, like one-shotting everything, really. Like fully evolved Pokemon, one shot. Arcanine, one shot. Oh, nope. Two shot. And Blaine's defeated rather easy. And so, there's Fire Blast. I don't actually ever teach it. Now, ooh, look at this. This cool trainer, his face, low-key, looks like Ash Ketchum. And here, I'll give y'all a freeze frame here quick. Look at that. That's Ash Ketchum's face. Anyway, Geo30. Oh yeah, Clefable's in the fast leveling group, so it's leveling really fast. And Giovanni 3 doesn't stand a chance at all. Oh, there's a Rhydon. I guess I forgot that it was a Rhydon Servine Horde. Not bad. Anyway, on to Rival 6. Which at this point, since it's pretty close to his champion team, I'm not necessarily worried about it. I don't remember if he has a Rhydon on his champion team. But like, having two Pokemon weak to lightning was electric type moves was awful. Which I don't know why they don't have him have his Growlithe evolved there. And we're at the Elite Four. I'm smart this time, I saved the game. Okay. And Lorelei, I say Lorelei, pretty much a water trainer. So all these Thunderbolts gonna be super effective, melting through these health bars, not one-shotting everything, which gave me some reason for concern. Lucky paralyzing the Jinx though, I don't think it mattered. Thunderbolt Lapras. The Hydro Pump did a little bit of damage, but hey, Lorelei, first try, 0 losses on her. Bruno, barely an Elite Four member. And really, like, all of his Pokemon go down really quickly. Well, other than Machamp. But 2-shot Machamp, it's okay. And level 69. That's a nice level there. Oh, and because I reset because I lost, I never actually went and got Mimic again. So on to Agatha. Really nervous about Agatha. And I do minimize badge boost strats, just trying not to get hit by anything, because the ghost types from that trainer might have scarred me a little bit, made me fear for my life. Golbat, one shot. Haunter, easy one shot. Arbok gets body slammed. 2-shot the last Gengar. Gengar's real more bulky than I think people think he is. Now, notice I did not heal, and I don't think I used the. I don't think I used the Ice Beam TM. Gyarados. Yeah, no, there's no Ice Beam there. It'll be fine. Body Slam Dragonair doesn't die. Body Slam Dragonair doesn't die. Now we've got 80 damage done to us. Aerodactyl was faster than us, and it got a flinch. And then the Hyper Beam, and so I'm over here struggling. And yeah, we lost to Lance. So, Elite Four, round 2. A lot of the same with Lorelei, just using Thunderbolt. 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 Not wasting a Thunderbolt, using a Body Slam. Body Slam. And Thunderbolt. Oh. Like you paralyzed there on the Lapras. Again, I'm spamming the A key or the A button so that way to get through the dialogue faster, only just to get. And I go ahead and I teach Clefable Psychic. More so I could do his fighting types in faster. Just to forget about, his Onyxes that would have died easier to Bubble Beam. But it's alright. Onyx. And then I was like, oh, where is Bubble Beam? I hit Body Slammed and it's just like, okay, let's just use Psychic. 2 Psychics, ha ha ha. 3 Psychics, ha ha ha. 4 Psychics, ha ha ha. 5 Psychics, ha ha ha. JRose, when was the last time you did that one? Anyway. And we're on to Agatha. And this is really where I was like, oh, the Psychic is going to actually make my life a whole lot easier because of all her poison types. Still don't even one-shot the Gengar though. That's 14 levels or 15 levels before below me. One-shot Haunter. One-shot Arbok. And yeah, don't even one-shot the Gengar. Gengars are really bulky. Too bad ghost moves are physical this gen. And on to Lance. Come on, do I heal? I heal? Okay. Good job, Jumbo. What's next? Are you going to teach Ice Beam? Or Blizzard? And here I'm lost because I don't know the teams by number. So I'm off looking at Bulbapedia trying to figure out what team is which. And here we get rid of Minimize, which I still have the double team TM in my inventory just in case things go bad and I don't need Ice Beam or anything else anymore. But we're going into this no badge boost, and I didn't even use an elixir or anything. But Ice Beam to Dragonite or Dragonair, Ice Beam to Dragonair really makes this whole lot easier. Ooh. Really bad critical hit. But we one-shot all of his dragon types that gave me issue. And now on to the champion. So overall, other than... Here's the thing. If I had played right, I would have had 0 losses. So that's not on Clefable, that's more on me. Yeah, Clefable's just kind of a beast. And I just make stupid decisions. Because I'm used to having like healing in battle and having other Pokemon to back me up. One-shot Pidgeotto, one-shot Alakazam. He does have Rhydon. One-shot Rhydon, Vice Beam. Gyarados is going down a single Thunderbolt, you know that. And Arcanine. Have to two-shot Arcanine because I don't... Ooh, three-shot Arcanine. Dang, y'all. At level 72. And Psychic the Venusaur. Venusaur must have really good special then. But two-shot Venusaur. We beat the champion. 0 losses. Overall, Clefable is a really good Pokemon for this game. I think JRose is gonna have a fun time with it. Let's see. What are our stats? Because I wasn't paying attention to in-game time at all. Okay, Clefable level 72. And in-game time is 7 hours and 56 minutes. With some practice, I could probably get it down to about 5 hours. I know some of the other submissions, people have got it down to about 5 hours and maybe even like 4 hours. A lot of that is just me having issues moving around the map and not knowing where things are. Hey, but overall, thank you JRose for setting out this competition for your viewers. It was a fun time, and I took the time to learn how to do video editing, and I probably wouldn't have done so had it not been for you challenging your viewers. So thank you and goodbye, and I'm going to let the credits play out.